So you have stumbled across this video. That's terrible. I'm going to show you how I preserve my film negatives and store them and keep them safe. Because when you shoot 35mm film, you should keep them in a place to not let the negatives get ruined. And a binder or like a folder will keep that, and then you can rescan your photos. So what you'll need is a binder, of course. This is one that I've already filled up some already. So all the way back starting in 2025, I have older film negatives that I have not put in, but I need to. To be able to preserve them, you'll need some gloves, so then you don't ruin your negatives and you don't get your fingerprints all over. Some scissors, and a marker. Now I'll get to the marker part, but this is... Now with these scissors, you can use an actual film cutter, which I plan to get at some point in the future, but for now, we're just going to be as basic as possible and just, you need scissors. And then last but not least, you need your film. So I got back from my Coffs Harbour trip and went up there and shot about 6 rolls of film, which is the most I've ever shot ever in my life. And I thought, why don't I make a video about preserving your film negatives and keeping them safe, and then showing you how I do that, and maybe I'll make another one when I update it, when I actually get like a proper film cutter and finish this office. Sorry, I forgot. You're also going to need one of these, which is a film sleeve. Now, you can get multiple versions of these. You can get ones that'll suit 24 exposures, or you can get ones that'll be for 36 exposures. It's up to you. So this one is, I think you get 6 frames each, and then 6 rows down. So that's usually good for a 36 exposure roll. So the first things first, you get your gloves. Usually what you'd want to do is whatever you're gonna cut with, whatever your dominant hand is, whether you're right or left-handed. I'm left-handed, I'm one of the rare ones, so get over it. And then you will touch the film with the other one. So now you pull the film out, and then what you'll do is try not to touch the film as much as possible. And then you just find where your first frame starts. So if you can see here, I'm trying to get the frame up into it. So that's where the first frame is. So you'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you would cut basically right in there. So I'll cut this little bit off because we don't need it. So as you can see, I'm holding it with my right hand, and then I'm going to cut with the left. And just like that. Now, when you're cutting with scissors, obviously they're not going to be straight cuts, and which is why a film cutter is usually better for this type of stuff. But when you're doing things as simple and on a budget, you just use a cheap pair of scissors and you can get them through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That goes there. Boom. And then you'll slot it into here. Like that. Now if you have cut it properly, you'll be able to get them within there. And then you just repeat the process and you go down. Now, in some cases, you do end up getting one extra one. So this one I've got 7. So I'm going to cut off the last frame and let that hang. So it's going to hang out. So actually I've got 8. Huh. Right. So we're going to cut off the last 2 and they're going to fit underneath it. Now in most cases you won't have 38 photos. You'll usually have 36 photos unless your first, like, what is it, 3? I think it's 3 when you shoot it. Like your test shots before you actually start the roll. So just in case you expose it a little bit. I think so. Yeah, I've just been lucky and I got 2 extra shots. Sweet. Just like that, and then you'll get. I know it's rolled. Leave me alone. So then you get your little kind of proof sheet. Not really a proof sheet, but basically this can be used to scan if you have a flatbed scanner or you can basically create a proof sheet off this. Now I would like to create proof sheets for myself, but I don't have a flatbed scanner or can use your camera as well. So that's probably what I'm gonna go for, you know, just on a nice little budget and get a little light pad and then get a camera, get that camera and just, so that could work. But you can do many ways to make your own proof sheets. And then for the marker part here, you show. So you'll put in up here, you can see, you'll see a date, assignment, and file number. Now, when it comes to my arranging, you can do whatever, but usually I do whatever, right? So, I mean, we're in 2026 now, so I've started at 1 again, but this one here, you have the date, what film I shot it on, what the topic is, bit of everything, and what file number it is, so what role it is for the year. So assignment can literally be if you're doing a project, if you're doing a particular shoot and you need to remember what it is, but usually I write what film it is and, you know, what's going to be. Like if I give you another one, here's Portrait 800, the Newcastle North Stars when I went to the hockey game, and that was all on there. So now, before we put it in, we write it down, which I'm going to figure out, I think it was the 30th. And this is file number 11. Boom. So it's here, written the date, what it is, where it was at. Can't even see it. Focus, please. So yeah, date, what film I used, where it was, and what number it is, number 11. So now we open up. That's going to keep rolling because it's not flat. Place it in. Boom. And that is that. That is how you do it. And then you start over again and you continue with your next rolls. So that is how I preserve my film negatives. That's how I storage them, and that's how I keep them all nice and safe. So then when I want to rescan them again and look back on the memories, I can, just in case I delete the files. If you want a POV perspective, head to the Instagram. I'll probably do it on there, most likely. That way you can see it. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.